Okay, so today's lesson is about working out areas of triangles and then composite shapes. But we'll start talking about triangles first. What I want you to notice is, first of all, if you look at this green rectangle here, you can see that if we were normally going to work out what the area of this rectangle is, we would say it would be the length times the width, wouldn't we? Okay, but now what they're trying to show you is, can you see that this little piece here could fit into there, and that bigger piece there could fit into there? So what they're trying to show you is that if you double the triangle that they give you, you'll actually get a rectangle. Okay, so if you double any triangle, look at this one underneath here. If you take that triangle, can you see that box that they've put all the way around, this blue one? You've now made it into a rectangle. So if you take your height and your base and you multiply it like you would for a rectangle, then what do you think you do with your answer? You divide it by 2, and that will give you the area of your triangle. Let's move up a bit. So can you see here? And always make sure that you know that that is your height, okay? Remember, when it's curvy like that, we don't look at what that is. We look at what this is, what the height is, and what the base is. We multiply them together, and because it's a triangle, what do? We divide it by 2. Okay, let's move up a bit. So there's your height, and there is your base. Okay, so remember that when you're looking at what numbers, it's always going to be the height, the base, divided by 2 will give you the triangle. Right, let's go to the next. So if we look at this, for example, we've got 12 centimeters in height, 23 centimeters as a base. So we'll go 12 times 23, and 12 times 23 gives you 276. So we've got 276. Now, because it's a triangle, what do we have to do? We have to divide it by 2. And remember, guys, I want to see this working out. So we go 276 divided by 2, and we get 138. What is it? Centimeters squared. That's our answer. All right, let's move up and do this one here. So with this one, you've got a height of 3 meters, and you've got a base of 17, okay? So we go 3 times 17. Let's work it out on my little calculator. Gives me 51. Are we finished? No, we have to divide it by 2 because it's a triangle. 51 divided by 2 gives me 25.5. And what is it? Meters squared. Okay. Now, that's triangles for you. So now we're going to look at, these are called composites. Now, if you look at these shapes, they look odd, but they're made up of different, so you could actually say, all right, well, I could pull that down there, and that would be a square and a triangle. And you know how to work out a square, so you would work that out. And you know how to work a triangle, so you would work that out. With this one, you could do the triangle. Oh, not very accurate. Or what you could do is you could close it off, work out what the whole rectangle is, then work out what that is, and subtract it, which is what I would do with this one. I would work out what my length and my width is, and then I would work out what my little triangle was, and I would subtract it from the total. Okay, so there's 2 ways that you can do this. So let's have a look at this question here. So this one says it's I don't know what kind of a shape it is, but we can say, all right, we'll chop it into 2. So if we chop it down here, right. So this is going to be our first side, and that's going to be our second side. So let's have a look. So we're going to say, well, we know that it's 3 centimeters in width. What is it in length? Well, from there to there, I'll just draw there, is 2 centimeters, and from there to there is 3 centimeters. So 2 plus 3 gives you 5. So it's 3 times 5 gives you 15. So we know that this area here is 15 centimeters squared. Now we have to do this one. We know this whole line is 6 centimeters, okay? But what is this line here? Because we need to do this rectangle. Well, we can see there that that's 3. So if that's 3, then this will be 3, and so will that be 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. So we know that that area is 9. We add our 15 and 9 and we get 24 centimeters squared. Okay, let's see if we can do another one. Alright, so for this one is like I showed you before. So we know that if we had to do this is a square because those sides are equal to those sides, and 6 squared, or 6 times 6, will give you 36. So we know that the whole thing is 36. But then in the middle, it's got a little square, and that square is 2 meters by 2 meters. So 2 times 2, or 2 squared, is 4. So this area here is 4 meters squared. We take it away from 36, and we'll get 32 meters squared. And that would be how much our total is. Alright, so go ahead, have some fun and see what you can do.